I am a software engineer at one of the leading tech firms in Europe, but my journey started right here in Ogun State, Nigeria. As a teenager, I always wanted to be a medical doctor, but I found joy in coding during a 7-day digital bootcamp in 2016. Today, I work as a software engineer at one of the world's leading blockchain startups, and I've also worked with other engineering teams across 3 continents. My name is Shedrack. I earn well and thrive in a career that I love.
It's safe to say I learned a skill and became a global talent. You can too.
All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to today's session of artificial intelligence and machine learning. Good evening, everyone. Welcome. All right, please. Is it better now? Can you hear me? Just comment. I would see your comments. Just comment if you can hear me, please. All right. Spirit Aflame. Good evening. Yeah. Good evening, everyone. All right. Awesome. Awesome. So I think we are good to go. We can start. All right. If you're excited to be in the class this evening, just type in I'm excited. Just type in I'm excited. All right. Awesome. 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 All right. Okay. Not to take too much of our time. We'll be having our first class on artificial intelligence and machine learning today. And our topic today will be the overview of artificial intelligence, machine learning, and the real world application. I am Isaac Oyekuli by name, and I am one of your facilitators for the AI and ML program. All right. Thanks to everyone. I can see your comments. I'm excited. I'm also excited to be here. All right. Diving straight into our class. Today's class, being the first class, an introductory class, it will be very interactive. Um, I can see your comments, so we'll be communicating via chat and my own presentation. All right, so all right. Why artificial intelligence and machine learning? Why are you studying? Why are you interested in artificial intelligence and machine learning? So let's do it like this. Just comment why you want to study. I'm just going to take a few of them and I'm going to read them out on the live session. So just type in why you want to study artificial intelligence and machine learning. Okay, I'm still waiting for the comment. I think I'll just read about five people's comments and then we go ahead. All right, Ibiyemi says it is the future of this digital age. Awesome, awesome. It is the future indeed. It is the future indeed. Another person said that's Adekomi for research. Beautiful. Favor said, sorry, Jusit for research, awesome. Uche said for agricultural prediction, awesome. Um, Judith said, because the world is moving rapidly, beautiful, beautiful. And Good Luck said, AI machine learning is a tool that helps us automate complex tasks, beautiful. So I'm very glad that we have amazing and wonderful reasons why we want to study artificial intelligence and machine learning. And really, like somebody commented, AI is the future. AI is indeed the future because most things now are fully automated and autonomous, and they are also being programmed, being run by artificial intelligence. All right, so moving on, um, we can see this image, the brain of the person, and the AI chip on the brain, and then the arrow pointing forward and backward, the machine learning at the middle, and then we have something sort of data analysis in front. So what this picture is trying to tell us is that artificial intelligence is machine behaving like humans, machine being able to make decisions based on what it has been fed with. So artificial intelligence is like the mother, and then machine learning is like a subset of artificial intelligence, right? So what then is artificial intelligence? AI means making computer act like humans, understanding things, learning, and making decisions. So if my mobile device can tell me that, oh, by tomorrow 12 p.m., um, there might be a storm in my location. So that is something that artificial intelligence can do. So I'm making computers act like humans, understanding things, learning, and making decisions. All right, so what is machine learning on the other end? So machine learning is a type of AI where computers learn from data, just like we learn from experiences. So just to summarize the both of them, artificial intelligence is the process of computer, acting and behaving like human. Artificial intelligence. We have natural intelligence. That is human intelligence, right? That is the natural intelligence. And we have the artificial, mimicking the natural intelligence. No sound. Okay, please, a minute. Let me confirm that. Please confirm if you can hear me properly. Okay, awesome. All right. So machine learning, on the other end, is a type of artificial intelligence. It's a subset of artificial intelligence where computers learn from data just like we learn from experiences. So if AI is the brain, machine learning is the method it uses to learn. So let me go back to the picture. So we can see the brain with the AI representing the artificial intelligence, so the reasoning, and we can see machine learning. It is the method, right? The mode where computers learn from data, just like humans learn from experience. All right, moving on. So I want to give a human scenario of how artificial intelligence and machine learning works. So meet Ayo, a young man learning to cook. So Ayo's brain is artificial intelligence. So his brain helps him make decisions like when to turn off the heat or how much spice to add. That's AI thinking and acting smartly. So we're using AI Ayo's brain to represent artificial intelligence. So his brain helps him to make decisions, right? His brain helps him to know that, okay, I think I need to add more spice. I need to increase the heat. I need to reduce the heat. So that is mimicking, or let me say, that is representing artificial intelligence. So now, are you learning from recipes and from recipes and mistakes? So that is machine learning. So that is the model. So IO learning for recipes and mistake is the machine learning. That's the method, the process. So every time IO cooks, he learns, right? Too much pepper the last time. This method made it tastier. So that's machine learning. That's machine learning. So learning from experience or data to do better next time. That is machine learning. Why artificial intelligence? Okay, please a minute. I think I heard the slide is not showing again, so let me just quickly set that up. Quickly. Okay. Please a minute. Okay. Please confirm if you can see my slides now. All right, awesome. Okay, let me go back a little bit. So we are given a human scenario of how we can picture artificial intelligence and machine learning. So let's meet Ayomide, a young man learning to cook, right? So Ayo's brain is termed as artificial intelligence. So let's take Ayo's brain for artificial intelligence. His brain helps him make decisions, right? Like when to turn off the heat or how much spice to add to the food. That's AI thinking and acting smartly. So if we're assuming that Ayo's brain is artificial intelligence, it helps him make decisions, right? So now on the other end, what machine learning does in this scenario is that Ayo learning from recipes and mistakes is the method, the mode, the operations. That is machine learning. So every time Ayo cooks, he learns. And what does he learn? Too much pepper last time. This method made it tastier. So that is the machine learning process in this scenario. So learning from experience, from data to do better next time. So in summary, artificial intelligence is Ayo's ability to make smart decisions, right? So why the machine learning is how Ayo gets better each time by learning from past cooking attempts. So in summary, artificial intelligence is basically machine making decisions, machine performing tasks that human beings can perform naturally, right? While machine learning is learning and being fed with data, experiences, and based on those experiences, based on those exposures, Based on those data, you can now make informed decision. Right, so let's look at the real world application in artificial intelligence and machine learning. So healthcare. In Kenya, an AI app called MTMBA helps people manage health payments and track their treatment. It uses machine learning to detect health patterns and recommend care. So that is one wonderful application of artificial intelligence and machine learning in the health sector. So AI can detect diseases like cancer in X-ray faster than doctors. In fact, artificial intelligence can often help in identifying the particular type of pathology that is present in any part of the human body. Something that would take naturally so much time for a doctor to predict, probably via X-ray or whatever. Machine learning can take, based on what has learned. Yeah, it can predict faster different pathologies in any organ of the human body. So which is very good for us. And like somebody commented earlier, that AI is the future. So if we can have a machine that can quickly detect these diseases, an early detection of most of these diseases will actually save the patient, right? This is AI saving the world. This is AI saving the world. So another area that I would like to talk on, that's the real world application of artificial intelligence and machine learning, is agriculture. Nigeria's startup Zenvos uses AI to monitor soil quality, moisture, and crop health, helping farmers grow more food with less waste. Amazing. Imagine using artificial intelligence to grow your farm with minimum waste, making more profits, feeding more people. I think that is very amazing. Imagine we have systems like this everywhere, helping farmers. Even with the SAPA in Nigeria, if we have systems like this everywhere, I think it will really go a long way in helping Nigerian citizens. So let us embrace artificial intelligence, because really, indeed, it is the future. So drones in the United States use machine learning to predict crop yields and detect pest infestation yearly. Imagine we have a system in place that automatically checks in for pest infestations. It really help in growing the yields of farmers. Now, real world application in education. Platforms like ETC Vibes uses machine learning to recommend personalized learning materials to students to improve academic performance. Apps like Duolingo as well uses AI to adapt lessons to each learner's speed and style. Amazing. Look at what AI is doing. So we should embrace AI. We should be interested in AI. And I'm very glad that we are in this introductory class, because we need to understand the benefits. We need to understand the good things that we're going to achieve. We're going to benefit from implementing and deploying AI tools. Another reward application is finance. Fintech companies like Flutterwave and Carbon uses AI to detect fraud and decide if someone qualifies for a loan or not. So bank uses machine learning to monitor transactions and block suspicious activity in real time. And we can see that with artificial intelligence, the level of fraud, financial fraud, will be very, very minimal, because we have systems in place that will automatically detect this and block, fraud. This will really help us. So another real world application is transportation. Excuse me, please. So ride-hailing services like Bolt and SafeBorder uses AI for route optimization and fare prediction. Amazing. Self-driving cars by Tesla uses AI to understand routes, traffic, and obstacles. I just wish very soon we'll have AI-driven vehicles in Nigeria, and they'll be very, very much adopted, and I hope it comes to manifestation. But I believe that after having gone through classes like this, and we have people who are driven to build AI products, in no time we're going to get there. So real world application discussion. So I would like us via the comment section to still drop probably some of the experiences you've had with AI tools that have made your life easier, no matter how small, even as little as your grammar checks. And also, I want us to just discuss. I will read a few of them before we move to the next section. So I would like us to just drop in the comment section some of the experiences you've had with AI tools that has helped you in one way or the other. So let's take it up from there. So I'll take a few of them and then we proceed with our class. Yes, Esther, yes, real world applications. Either the ones you've used or probably the ones you've heard about. ChatGPT helps make my life easier. Also, awesome, amazing, amazing. Yeah. So I think almost everybody on the call will testify to that ChatGPT has really helped them. Yeah, I use AI to design flyers. Amazing, amazing. ChatGPT, yes. I automated a research analysis that would have taken a long time. Awesome, awesome. Alade Oladimeji, it helps me in the writing of a formal report. Amazing, amazing. Um, to summarize notes by Ajiabu, sorry if I pronounced that wrongly. Amazing, summarize notes. Um, I built a website during a hackathon with AI. Imagine that is amazing. I used it to set examination questions. We have so many reward applications, so many reward applications. Now imagine yourself building something that people would use one day and say, "Wow, you have made my life easier." So let's not give up. Let's put our mind to this class, and be determined that after this 3 months training, I'm going to build something that would help the world. Yeah. All right. So we're going to take. You can keep sending in your applications. I will read some of them. I will take a short break now. If you want to take some cups of water, you can go ahead. So while I continue to read, we have a lot of them. While I continue to read some of the applications that have benefited you personally. Um, okay, Emmanuel said AI tool like Gemini has helped me to easily organize my schedule, amazing. And once you are really organized, once you organize your tasks, your plans, your schedules, you'll be able to be very, very much productive. So that is a very good one. Um, Oluremi, he said, image generation in graphics, amazing, amazing. Um, this DeepSeek is fast and helps me observe numerous patterns in African history, myths, and tales. Amazing, amazing. We have so many of them, so many of them. So I think this is the right place to be if you also want to develop something that will help and save the world. All right. From Oyikonsola, I used AI to write a 30-day devotional for my group in church. Amazing, beautiful. Imagine how long it would have taken you to write the 30-day devotional by yourself. But in a few seconds, artificial intelligence helped to do that. AI tool has been for my project research. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I use video AI to design video skits. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. All right. So we've seen how artificial intelligence has really impacted our lives positively. So I think it's a good one. And hopefully, like I said, after the 3 months program, we'll be able to develop AI tools that will help ourselves and the world at large. No matter how small it will help somebody one day. All right, our next topic will be Python basics, variable data types, loops, and functions. But I'll give a 4 minute break still. So after 4 minutes, we'll continue with the next topic, which is the Python basics. So by 7:30, we'll go ahead with the second class. So take um, 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 get a glass of water, and let's get cracking.
I am a software engineer at one of the leading tech firms in Europe, but my journey started right here in Ogun State, Nigeria. As a teenager, I always wanted to be a medical doctor, but I found joy in coding during a 7-day digital bootcamp in 2016. Today, I work as a software engineer at one of the world's leading blockchain startups, and I've also worked with other engineering teams across 3 continents. My name is Shedrack. I earn well and thrive in a career that I love.
It's safe to say I learned a skill and became a global talent. You can too.
I am a software engineer at one of the leading tech firms in Europe, but my journey started right here in Ogun State, Nigeria. As a teenager, I always wanted to be a medical doctor, but I found joy in coding during a 7-day digital bootcamp in 2016. Today, I work as a software engineer at one of the world's leading blockchain startups, and I've also worked with other engineering teams across 3 continents. My name is Shedrack. I earn well and thrive in a career that I love.
It's safe to say I learned a skill and became a global talent. You can too.
I am a software engineer at one of the leading tech firms in Europe, but my journey started right here in Ogun State, Nigeria. As a teenager, I always wanted to be a medical doctor, but I found joy in coding during a 7-day digital bootcamp in 2016. Today, I work as a software engineer at one of the world's leading blockchain startups, and I've also worked with other engineering teams across 3 continents. My name is Shedrack. I earn well and thrive in a career that I love.
It's safe to say I learned a skill and became a global talent. You can too.
I am a software engineer at one of the leading tech firms in Europe, but my journey started right here in Ogun State, Nigeria. As a teenager, I always wanted to be a medical doctor, but I found joy in coding during a 7-day digital bootcamp in 2016. Today, I work as a software engineer at one of the world's leading blockchain startups, and I've also worked with other engineering teams across 3 continents. My name is Shedrack. I earn well and thrive in a career that I love.
It's safe to say I learned a skill and became a global talent. You can too.
That's your system.
All right. Welcome back, everyone. Um, so we'll be starting immediately, but I want to be sure everybody is ready to continue with the second part of today's class. So I wanted to write, I am ready. So once I get about 10 of them, we'll get started immediately. So just type in the comment section, I am ready. Awesome, awesome. All right. All right, awesome, awesome. So let's get started. So this is at least for this week, you'll be getting the foundational parts of the whole course, right? And like the Bible says, if the foundation is weak, what will the righteous? So let this foundation be very solid. So we need your full attention. These are the basics, and the basics are very, very important. They are as important as the major ones. So and they're very simple. They are very simple. Like I used to say, tech is actually not difficult as long as you are interested and as long as you are ready to give it your time, right? It is not hard. You can learn and know whatever you want to learn in tech as long as you are passionate about it and you have the right information, the right resources, and you are willing to give it the right time. So yeah, I can see your comment, Landy. Yeah, I am ready. That's very beautiful. All right, let's get started. Not to take too much of our time. Python basics, variables, data types, loops, and functions. So those are the basic ones that we'll be taking for today. Um, what is Python? What is Python? I know if for those who are not really familiar with the Python programming language, if I say Python, I know it is the first picture that comes to your mind, right? But in tech, we don't deal with snakes at all. So Python is one of the very foundational language that we use in artificial intelligence and machine learning, right? And the one on the right is the Python logo, not the one on the left. So whenever I say Python, please don't think of snakes. We are not talking about snakes. Yeah, we're talking about Python program. Somebody said a big snake. No, we're not talking about a big snake. We're talking about Python programming language. All right. So why is Python called Python? Why is Python called Python? So I'm trying to explain so that we don't think when I say Python, we're thinking of a very big snake. No, we're not talking about a very big snake. So why is Python called Python? So it's not named after the snake. Python was actually named after the British comedy group Monty Python. So specifically their TV show Monty Python's Flying Circus. So it was named after this particular show. The creator of Python was working on the language in the late 1980s. While developing it, he wanted a name that was short, unique, slightly mysterious, and most importantly, fun. And honestly, Python is very, very fun to write. Very, very fun. So I don't want us to see Python, artificial intelligence, machine learning, or tech as a whole as something very difficult. It is very, very easy. It is very, very easy. So you can imagine what this particular person who created Python was trying to even achieve. Even down to the name, it was trying to get something really short, unique, slightly mysterious, and most importantly, fun. So he was a big fan of the show. So he just went ahead to name the programming language Python. Yeah. So Python is a clean, powerful, and beginner-friendly programming language. I repeat, Python is a clean, powerful, and beginner-friendly programming language. I hope we're jotting things down, right? So Python is also a popular high-level programming language. High-level, we're going to come back to that in the course of this program. So high-level programming language. We have low-level languages, we have high-level languages, and we have other ones. But then Python is an high-level programming language known for its simplicity, readability, and versatility. It was created by Guido van Rossum and released in 1991. So now, what are the key features of Python? What do we use Python for? In case we have people on the call that are not really familiar with programming languages. So Python is a programming language, right? And some of the key features of Python is that it is very easy to learn. That's the first feature that I have on my slide. Very easy to learn. It feels like writing English, the English language. right? So we would see some of the examples as we proceed. In fact, you can type in your name in between your code. Very easy to write. Normal English terminologies are being used, unlike all other types of programming languages. So it is also versatile. Another key feature of Python is that it is very versatile. You can use Python for data science. You can use Python for artificial intelligence. You can use Python for machine learning. You can use Python for web development. Yes. You can use Python for several things, for automations and many other things. And another key feature of Python programming language is that it has a very large community, tons of libraries and support. Tons of libraries and support. It's also cross-platform. It can work on Windows, it can work on Mac, it can work on Linux, it can work on your browser, it can work on so many platforms rather. It can work on so many platforms. It's a cross-platform programming language. Now, what are the common uses of Python? What are the common uses of Python? Like I said, like I said earlier, Python is not, when I say Python, don't think of a snake, right? Python is a programming language. So what are the common uses of Python? What do we use Python for? We use Python to build websites, e.g., the Django, Flask. In the course of this program as well, we're also going to be training everyone on how to use Flask, right? So we can use Python to build websites. We can analyze data using Python, e.g., pandas, NumPy, and so many other libraries. So I'm creating AI and machine learning models. You can use Python to create AI and ML models, such as with TensorFlow, skills learning, and other tools. You can use them in Python to create AI and machine learning models. We can also use Python for automating tasks. So these are a few of the common uses of Python programming languages. So Python programming language, I mean. So simple syntax or example of Python code. So like I said, one of the feature of Python is that it is, easy to learn. It is versatile. It has a large community and cross-platform. But I also mentioned that yes, it is clean, powerful, and beginner-friendly programming language. It is clean. So look at this code. This is a Python code, right? Hello, I am a DSA student. It is a Python code. Very simple, very clean, and very neat. Very understandable, right? And like I mentioned the other time, we use English terminologies a lot in Python, and that makes it very, very, very simple. And so we're going to be doing a very quick recap, although this is not a practical class. In our practical class, we'll have more of the practical, but I just want to explain, especially for those who don't have prior experience or prior knowledge of programming languages. So let's try, we'll be using an online interpreter to run this Python script, just to understand how, how we code in Python, the input, the output, and how we run the whole thing. So I'll be sharing another screen shortly. All right. Okay, yeah. So we're in. So on the slide, I have print, open parentheses, then I have in double quotes, hello, I am a DSA student. So if I run this is the output. It's going to give me, hello, I am a DSA student. If I change this, okay, let me change this to, hello, I am Isaac Oyekunle, and I run this Python script. Hello, I am Isaac Oyekunle. If you can do this, you're already a programmer, right? Very, very easy to use, very, very simple to write. So that is Python, and I'm glad that we are going to be using it for this program. Right, back to my slide. Excuse me, please. So Python is very simple. So we're going into Python variables. Python variables. So what are variables? I would like us to, before I go through the slide, I would like us to think of something. We understand what Python is currently, and now we are now on Python variables. Now, when I say variables, I mean they are storage containers. Let's take it like, for example, for a bowl, or probably a container. Yeah. So a variable is like a container that holds a particular content. So think of variables as nicknames for data. They store values you can use later. They are like containers, like I mentioned. For example, name is a variable, is a container. And what does this variable name hold? It holds the string Ayo. It holds three characters, A, Y, and O. Ayo. So another variable is age. Why is it a variable? Because it's a container that holds a value. So this age holds a value 25, which is an integer. So variables are like containers that holds values, that holds something, right? So and we use variables a lot in Python, right? If you want to perform operations, you need variables. However, you might actually perform operations directly using the values, but in a more complex code or in a more complex situation, you use variables because on performing operations, you can still manipulate or reuse. We're going to look at that in the course of the program. But in summary, variables are containers that holds value. Yeah. So moving on to the next, we have data types, Python data types. Now, Python uses different kinds of data. We have the strings, we have the integer, we have the float, we have the Boolean, and we have so many others. So for the string, most of the times they're being represented as str. Sometimes they're being represented fully as strings. We have int for integer, we have floats for decimals, we have Boolean, true or false. So for strings are characters, like I explained earlier, where I presented my name. So those things inside the double quotes are the strings, right? So in Python, strings can be a text, right? It can also be a character. So another data type that we have in Python is integer, the integer. So whole number, e.g. 10, 1, 3, whole numbers like that are integers, and they're being represented as int. We also have the decimal numbers. That's the float. In Python, they are referred to as float. That's the floating data type. So the floating data type holds decimal numbers. For example, the one we have on the screen, 3.14, right? So they are floating numbers in Python. So that float is a data type in Python. We also have the bool, also known as Boolean. So they hold just two values and don't hold the two values simultaneously. It is either 1 or 0. It is either true or false. So that is the bool data type in Python. So each type affects how Python treats the data. So before I proceed, I would like us to do a quick test. So we have variable name and we have variable age. So what type of value does variable name holds? I want us to drop that on the comment section. So what type of value, what type of data type, right? What data type does variable name hold? What data type does variable name hold? String. Awesome. Alabi said string. Yes, string. Yes. Okay, the thing is coming in real fast. James says string. Amazing. So we are all correct. We are all very correct. So the variable name holds a value of data type string. Amazing. I'm very impressed while following the session. All right. So another question. So what Python data type is the value that the variable name age holds? Integer. Amazing. That's from Lide. Amazing. Integer. Yeah, so the variable name age holds the value 25, which is an integer. So if we make 25.0, so what will be the data type that variable age holds if we change 25 to 25.0? Float. Amazing. Float. Yeah, correct. So the data type for 25.0 will be a float data type. All right, amazing. We are following. So we are moving on to the next part, which is the Python loops. Excuse me, please. Python loops. So loops let you repeat actions without writing the same line over and over again. For example, I can write a simple script that can run an operation 1,000 times. So as long as it's in a loop and it meets that condition, it's still in that condition of the loop that I have specified. It can run as long as I have specified, or as long as it meets that condition, it keeps running. So that is loop. Loops let us repeat actions without writing the same line over and over again. I repeat, loops let you repeat actions without writing the same code, without writing the same line of code over and over again. So, for example, for I in range 3, print study Python with Isaac Oyekule. This will print the string 3 times. For loop, okay, yeah, this will print the string 3 times. So, if I run this code, print study Python with Isaac Oyekule, who can tell me what will be presented in the output section of my interpreter? We're going to try that together, but I want to see the first person that would get it. So if I run this code for I in range in bracket 3, print study Python with Isaac Oyekule, how would it print? How would it present it in the output section of my interpreter? Now, somebody said it will print 2 times. No, it will actually print 3 times because the condition in the loop is 3 for I in range 3. So it's going to print out exactly, very correct. Study Python with Isaac Oyekule. It's going to print it out 3 times. So let's try that together quickly. So let's copy this and run in our compiler. Okay. So for I in range into bracket 3, print study Python with Isaac Oyekule. So let's see what it's going to give us. We can see this is just a loop, and we can see that it gave us study Python with Isaac 3 times, study Python with Isaac, study Python with Isaac. So this is a loop. It runs through that condition. So it keeps giving us an output until it meets that condition, because the command is to print, right? So we can give it other commands, and it will continue to perform that operation until it meets that condition. All right. So let's proceed. All right. So we also have different types of loop in Python. We have the for loop. For example, the one we just did now is the for loop. We have the for loop, we have the while loop, we have the break and continue loop. All right. Moving on to the next, we have the Python functions. The Python functions. So functions are like mini programs. Excuse me, please. So Pythons are like mini programs. They help you organize code and reuse it easily. They are different from the loops, right? They're very, 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 very different. But functions are more, they are more solid. I don't know if that word is correct, but they are more like a mini program actually. They are more like a mini program. So they help you organize code and reuse it easily. So for example, this is a function. We define a function in Python with this def. So my function name is greet, right? So def greet, and it's been defined as name. So if I return hi and then the name, if I call greet Ada, it's going to print out hi Ada. So whatever value I input inside the parentheses and the double quotes, whatever value I put in is going to take it into the function, because I've called the function here greet. So it's going to take that value back into the function and it's going to return the whole thing. I will get hi Ada. So let's quickly try this. Let's try this together. Please a minute. All right, sorry for the break in transmission. Sorry. Um, I missed something else from the slide. All right, so because I'm going to be sending out this slide so that we don't. Okay. All right, so let's copy it back. So we're trying to run our function. So I want us to understand how we can actually print out instead of writing functions to print out. For example, if I want to print out, let's say Ada, I want to print out Isaac, I want to print out Ayomide. I want to put them in different functions. So instead of writing different functions for those particular or for that particular operation, I can actually call the function, just simply the name, and it's going to bring it out for me. Because we have a function that will return hi and the name. So now let's run this and see. So we have hi Ada. So let me pick somebody's name on the comment section. Let's take Uko. So if we print, we call the function and then the value and we run it, we get I Uko. So this is just trying to explain a function. So it's like a mini program, right? And it is being defined in Python. And the way we define our function in Python is by using this definition, this DEF, and then our function name. All right, so let's go back to the slide real quick. Sorry, excuse me. All right. Okay, so I hope we understand how function works. If you do, say yes on the comment section before we continue. All right, amazing. Yeah, I can see that, Joshua. Thank you very much. So functions are like mini programs. They help you organize code and reuse it easily. All right, so we have our Q&A session. So if you have any questions so far, we will go back to the first part of the program. So we'll spend more time to communicate better. So let's begin to drop in our questions, even from the first topic, and then we'll move to the second topic. So this is our first class. It's an introductory class. It's a foundational class. We want to understand what really is artificial intelligence, what is machine learning, how do we get started, what are the tools that we need. We've touched on Python, what Python really is, how it was being created, its features, its common uses, and other things that we use Python to do, the variable types, the functions, the loops, we've touched on all of that, and these are very fundamentals. These are very fundamental things that we need to understand in artificial intelligence and machine learning. And I would like to take questions from the first topic. That's the overview, the AI. We talked about artificial intelligence, the real world applications. How does what are the differences between AI and machine learning? What is AI? AI is like the mother of everything. What is machine learning? Machine learning is like a subset of artificial intelligence. So we discussed about that. So if you have any question from the first topic, please. Oh, sorry. Someone said I'm really fast. I'm sorry about that. Okay, I'll try to be very slow. Um, Okay, what version of somebody said what version of Python should we install? So this class is an introductory class just to give you an overview of everything. So in I think this week we're going to delve into installing Python and everything. So we're going to do everything together. So no rushing, no, just relax and give it your best, give it your time. So we're still going to get back to installation and running of codes proper. This is just an explanation. The ones I did was just an explanation. So we're going to get back to all of that. Okay. I don't have the Python application. Not to worry, not to worry. We're going to have a class for proper installation and getting started with Python. Someone said, "Can we use Skillup?" Definitely, you can use Skillup. You can use Skillup. But when we get to that bridge, we are going to cross it. We are going to yes, definitely, you can use Skillup. This Python is it on phone or laptop? I would advise you get a laptop for the class, but at least for the basic ones that we did today, you can use your phone to run it, or you use an online Python interpreter to run at least the basic ones that we did today. But moving forward, you're not going to be using all of those. We are going to onboard you properly and tell you the things that you need to install, and we're going to do it together in this program. We're going to start this week actually for the practicals, but at least this is our first class, and these are the fundamentals, these are the foundational things that you should understand before we delve deep into the class. Okay. Um, okay. What are the software to install, please? We're going to get to that. So this is just the fundamental. We want you to understand what really is artificial intelligence theoretically and what really is machine learning theoretically. Can Python app be run in any window? Yes, you can. Actually, you can. You can. Please, what are the online Python interpreters? You can search on your browser. There are so many of them. You can try any one out, at least for what we did today. Um, how online interpreter you use what? Yes, there's a PyDroid 3 for phone for basic. Yes, those apps are for actually for basic Python scripts actually. So we're still going to, like I said, we're still going to onboard you with the major tools that you'll be using for the program. Okay, somebody said, excuse me, please. Somebody said I should run through the Python loops again. Excuse me, please. So I'm going to do that quickly. I just want to be sure that we don't have questions on the overview so that I move to the next one quickly. So that's been noted. I would take the loop again. We need the lectures timetable. Okay, I think that's for the coordinators. Um, the loops, will you get back to it later? I'm guessing. Okay, we're going to get back to the loop, definitely. We're going to get back to the loop. I think two people said that already. Can you run on Core 3? Yes, you can run your Python on a Core 3 system. Yeah, that's fine. Um, can we get the slide? Definitely, you should get the slide. Why was I not able to? Okay, so let's quickly go to the loops. I don't think we have any question on the overview of machine learning. So this is an introductory class. Which break it down as simple as possible. So let's get to the loop. Let's get to the loop. All right. So like I mentioned, please excuse me. Okay, like I mentioned, we have several loops in Python. We have the for loop, we have the while loop, we have the break and continue loop, and so many others. So loops in Python let you repeat actions without writing the same line of code repeatedly, right? So For I in range 3, print study Python with Isaac Oyegule. So what it does is that this string that we're printing, it does it 3 times because we have specified in the loop that it should run in this range, right? So it prints this out 3 times. So I hope that clarifies the question. I can't remember the name of the person who asked that question, but I hope that clarifies. Please, if you are not still clear, kindly drop in the comment section. Okay. Okay, so explain Python loop. We've done that already. Okay, Python function. Okay, let's go to the Python function. Okay, so this is the Python function. So there are different parts in the function. So in summary, functions are like mini programs, right? So they help you to organize your code and reuse it easily, right? For example, when I printed print greet adder, it printed hi Ada, right? So I didn't have to write this function again to print another person's name because once I just come here and I put in the name, it's okay. I think we should practicalize it again. I think we should do that again. But I think understanding the theoretical part of it would make it very easier for you to understand the practical aspect of a function. Okay, yes. The loop wasn't clear. Okay. All right. So, but before I go into the practicals again, I would like to take this function again. I think a lot of people are saying they don't understand the function. So, this DEF, like I said, is a keyword in Python. So, subsequently, when we continue with the class, we have several other things that we're going to touch with Python. We have keywords, we have other things. It's a very, very broad programming language. So, DEF, this def here is a keyword in Python, right? Is a keyword in Python. So we can't just use it in any other part of your code except when you are defining a function. And then after the definition, we have the function name. So this greet here is the function name. That was why when I called in the code then, when I called this greet function, it was able to print out, it was able to return this hi and then the value that has been imputed here. So this greet is like a function name, right? And then this name is like the parameter that this function accepts, right? It's like a parameter that this function has. So if I change this name to, let's say, age, and I change here to age, if I input the age here, it's going to print it out, right? But it's going just going to take it as a string. So maybe we'll practicalize it a little bit. I'm trying to see what people are saying so that we are on the same. Can Python be used to create an algorithm? I think that's right. Okay, so I think I should continue. Okay, recap the Python function. Yeah, that's what we're currently doing. So this is a keyword in Python. Is a keyword in Python. If I use this def probably inside here now, it's going to give me an error, right? So we're still going to dwell more on this. Today is not a practical class. I'm just trying to explain more on the function. It's not a practical class. So this is a keyword in Python. This greet is like this function's name, the name of this function, and then this is like the parameter that it accepts, right? So return hi and then the value that is coming into the function. So now I am printing, okay, let's say print this function. Let me change this name to something else. You see that it's going to give us an error. Let me see. Error. So because we don't have any function that is called explain. So if I take this now, let's change the name of this function to explain. if I run this code, it's going to give me hi uko because I have a function that is called explain, right? So I'm calling that function, right? And I'm giving it a value. So def is a keyword, the explain is the name of the function, and then the name is the value you are putting into the function. So this is just an introductory class, like I've been saying. So on Friday, we'll have our practical class on Friday. We'll go deeper into. We'll not even dwell more on the theory at all. Not so much on the theory. We'll be going deeper into the practicals. But if you understand the basics now, it's very easier for us to understand better. So if you don't even understand the code I've been running, if you don't understand it now, don't worry at all. Don't worry at all. Don't worry at all. So by Friday, we're going to go deeper into the practicals, and if you understand at least the theoretical part today, it will be very easy for you to understand the practical on Friday. But these are the basics. I hope this illustration I just did now explains it better. If it does, please just type in that in the comment section. Please don't be confused at all. Don't be confused at all. This is just an explanation. I'm just trying to explain what a function is. So in our practical class on Friday, you are going to understand it better and easier. Yeah. All right. Fresh said he understands. Awesome. Yes, he does. Awesome. 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 So these are Python functions. These are Python functions. So I'll be taking questions. I'm still taking questions. So I think okay, yeah. So questions. If you have more questions, you can drop them. But more of the practicals will be done on Friday. I think you were too fast for beginners. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. Sometimes I get carried away when I'm teaching. I'm sorry. So I promise in our next class I'll be slow. I will not be too fast. I'll be normal. Let me see normal. I will not be too fast. Tammy said she's still behind. You're not behind. You're not behind. You're going to get the material. You can just read. Don't be worried at all. On Friday, we're going to dwell more on the practical. So don't worry yourself at all. You're not behind at all. You know, I understand what you're trying to explain, but you're not behind. Just trust me, you're not behind. You understand it even better than you think. So you're not behind. Just understand the basic concepts, what artificial intelligence is, what machine learning is, what Python itself is. It's a programming language, right? And what are the features? What does it do? How can we use it? What are the things that are involved? You know, what the loops, the functions, the variable names, and all those things. So once you understand what they really are, like I said, variables, they are like containers that hold values. You know, loops, they help you run repeatedly, and the functions, they're like mini programs. So once you understand those basic things, you are good to go. So on Friday in our practical class, it will be very easy when the instructor is saying, okay, this is a function, this is a variable name. At least we all know what data types are. We responded very well. The strings, the integers, the floats, we understand those things. We understand the loops, the for loop, the while loop, and all those things. We understand the variables. So the variable can hold an integer, a variable can hold an integer, a variable can hold a string, a variable can hold a float number, and all those. So once you understand those concepts, those basic things, you are good to go for the practicals. So don't be confused at all. Don't be confused at all. All right. Okay, what will an absolute beginner need to start besides a laptop and an internet connection? All you need besides your laptop or your internet connection is your dedication, your interest, your time. That's all you need. You don't need anything extra. As long as you have your internet and you have your laptop, you are good to go. You are good to go. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm done. Yeah. So you can take that enough now.
Like, you're sitting here because just maybe you should just finish. Maybe you're finished. Thank you. I want to do this for the next class now. We share that this one and work with you.
All right, so please, if you still have more questions, whether you are confused or you need to understand something better, or you need or you need clarification on the things that you will need probably in other classes, please just feel free and drop the questions so that I can update you on that. No, our next class is on Wednesday, but our practical class will be on Friday. So please let's prepare for our practical class on Friday and our next class on Wednesday. Do we need to download Python? Don't worry about it. We're going to do it together on Friday. We're going to do it together on Friday. Samuel, yeah, thumbs up, Samuel. So we're going to do it together on Friday. Don't worry yourself at all. Just understand what we did today. Just understand what we did today. Attendance. Yeah, you're going to get your attendance. So probably we'll be going on a 5 minute break, or I think we are done. So if we don't have any more questions, we'll just take our attendance and call it a session. Yes, Wednesday and Friday, our next classes. Yes, the class is for everyone who registered for this particular program, for this particular course. Yes, practical classes on Friday. So come prepared with your laptop. Come prepared on Friday with your laptop. So just your laptop and internet connection is fine on Friday. We're going to take you through the downloading, the installation, and every other thing. Alabi, yeah, I can see that you're very happy. That's very beautiful. Um, you already have Python installed. Amazing, amazing. I'm sure on Friday you'll be writing all the codes on Friday. All right, great job. I celebrate you, sir. I celebrate you, sir, Mr. Matthew. Thank you very much for that. How are we going to get the slides? Yes, the organizers are going to get it across. Um, and probably in I guess our next class, probably I would also arrange for how we can access the slides. But I'm very sure the organizers will have a way of sending the slides across. Um, all right, so I think we are good to go. So I'm very happy to be with everyone this evening. We all learned together. The attendance has dropped, so we can fill out the form. We can fill the attendance now. So thank you very much, everyone. I hope it was a wonderful time together. I can't wait to see you guys in our next class. All right, thank you very much. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
I am a software engineer at one of the leading tech firms in Europe, but my journey started right here in Ogun State, Nigeria. As a teenager, I always wanted to be a medical doctor, but I found joy in coding during a 7-day digital bootcamp in 2016. Today, I work as a software engineer at one of the world's leading blockchain startups, and I've also worked with other engineering teams across 3 continents. My name is Shedrack. I earn well and thrive in a career that I love.
It's safe to say I learned this skill and became a global talent. You can too.